the most embarrassing thing you've done for a guy? But the entire drive home, he was only playing his own songs. Craziest place you've had sex?
The voices!
Between us, who do you think is hotter?
So here's my thoughts on this. Would you ever try topping / have you tried? I love my ability to commit. What's something about your relationship that you've never shared with the internet? Oh, these questions are crazy.
Hi guys, it's Aiden. Welcome back to my channel. Or if this is the first time, then this is a great video to start off with because today I'm here with Sabrina, my best friend. We've been friends for like 7 years, I think.
It's been a while, for sure.
A long time. If you've watched me before, this setup looks very not normal. We're currently in Seattle. I'm vlogging my Seattle trip right now, so I don't know if that video will be up before this one. If it is up before this one, you should go watch it after this, or if it's not, then you should subscribe and wait for it. I'm really nervous with this video because today we're gonna do a truth or drink style video. Fun fact, we're both under. We're not 21.
It's true.
I'm 19.
I'm 20.
I don't drink, and she definitely doesn't.
Hey, watch it. Watch your mouth. I don't.
No.
Anyway.
Today's our last like full day here in Seattle, and I think it was the first day we went to a Walgreens and Sabrina decided to buy these chicharrones.
Yeah, I did. And they're so good. Like, oh
Not
my
these ones.
god. These ones suck.
They're so bad.
Really bad. I literally ate one. I made him eat one, and we were like, we can't do this.
But then, because we were trying to figure out like how to do a truth or drink video.
Without drinking.
Right, and so this is the next best thing we could figure out because this is like awful. The whole point of this video is to ask each other questions, and I also ask you guys on my Instagram story so you guys also ask questions. But it's like uncomfortable, potentially revealing questions that we might not want to answer, but if we don't want to answer, we have to eat one of these. And
I know it doesn't sound that bad, like if you've had them before, it's just this brand, I think. It just tastes like you're eating straight oil to me.
I mean, the flavor is fried pork skin, so.
Well, no, that's what it is. That's not the flavor.
But it's bad.
It's bad.
It's really
yeah,
bad.
Just know that it's bad. Just trust that it's bad and we don't want to eat it.
Me and Sabrina came up with questions on our own, and then after we get through our questions, I'm gonna go to my Instagram story because you guys also asked many questions.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. My first question, we're starting off really easy. What's your favorite memory of us?
Aww.
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 Wholesome.
So like I said, Sabrina and I have been friends for like since 2018. And it's also funny because when me and Sabrina hang out, it's always like there's a big reason for it. It's like we're going on a trip or we're going to Disney.
Yeah,
it's not
because
like
we
just
live
hang
so
out.
far away and we
Yeah.
always have that it's never been convenient for us to just like hang out.
Yeah, I always loved Disneyland. I really liked the most recent, not with the three, I mean, love you, Devin, love you. But the one before that was really fun.
I agree.
I think that was probably my favorite Disney trip.
Aww. Aww.
Also, Seattle's been fun.
Seattle's been pretty fun.
Seattle's been fun.
This is so awkward. Like I feel so awkward. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are people watching? Like,
Okay, you ready for my question?
yes.
I don't know if you're gonna have an answer for this, but I want to know your 2 cents. Rudest / worst influencer you've met?
Huh. Worst as in like worst interaction?
It could be like the most awkward or just like the person was an ass.
Okay, most awkward, definitely have an answer. It was when I met Alex Wasabi for the first time because it was at VidCon. I was like dressed to the nines, like my hoodie, my sweatpants, my hat, like I had it all. I get up to meet him, I immediately just start crying, like sobbing, crying, like I can't even get a word out. And my dad's like behind me just being like, yes! And I'm sobbing. And then after we take the picture, whatever, it's done, I think. I start to walk away. This person with the camera, his like videographer comes up to me, like just like putting it in my face. And then I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, so how do you feel about meeting Alex? And I was like,
Did you like meeting him?
Yes. Keep doing what you're doing because you definitely are putting a smile on a lot of people's faces.
and then he interviewed my my dad after. It was just really weird. I felt really embarrassed being like a little 13-year-old with like my dad, and he was like on the video too, and I was like, why is he in the video? Like, this is so weird. I think I know the answer for this because we've been watching a lot of Reality House recently, but what celebrity would you let f*** you in the ass? AKA, who's your celebrity crush?
Me and Sabrina were talking about this the other day. I really don't have like any. Like, obviously there's people I find attractive, but I've never, except like 3 years ago I was obsessed with Joshua Bassett.
Oh my god, yeah, and that guy Peyton.
Oh my god, Peyton Mormeyer, yeah. That was in like 2020. Yeah, I literally am so in love with Key and Lolly though. We've been, every night when we go to bed, we've been watching Reality House, and
yeah.
I just literally, like, I just need 5 minutes, please. But like, he has a kid and wife now, so like, no.
No, they're not married.
They're not married?
They're not married.
Still didn't stop some people. What's the most embarrassing thing you've done for a guy?
For a guy, like, date him. Date him for like a year, like consecutively. Probably that was the most embarrassing thing I've done for a guy. I really like didn't need to do that. I didn't need to. Or yeah, again, same with the first one. Just like date him and then like introduce him to my friends. Like, worst date you've ever been on. I just added this one like 10 minutes too because we were talking about it.
I've held off telling this story, and I'm just gonna tell it like really, it's a long story, but I'm gonna shorten it really quick. But I've been holding off telling this story because if in the future I ever had a podcast, I knew I wanted to talk about this then, but I don't think a podcast was my journey, so here you go. My worst date was the first date I ever went on. Met this guy, I think through Instagram. This was in like beginning of 2022.
Yeah.
This was also how I came out to my parents. I literally was just like, can I go on a date with this guy? And when I said guy, they were like, they knew. But like, that was the first time I ever actually said it.
Really?
Basically, the whole idea on the date was he was gonna pick me up, we were gonna go to the beach, paint tote bags, and then he was gonna take me to this like Thai restaurant he really liked. And so I bought the paint, brushes, tote bags, he picked me up, we went to the beach, and it was just awkward. I don't know, it was my first date, so I didn't really know what to expect, but at the bare minimum, I expected him to like ask me things and not just talk about himself the whole time.
Right.
The first red flag was the fact that he, upon arriving to the beach, told me that the weekend prior he was hooking up with a guy, and at that point I was like, okay.
Why are you even telling someone that on a first date? Like, it's
Yeah.
none of their business.
Picked me up, we went to the beach, we painted. He brought his speaker, which like is fine, but he was playing musical theater the whole time. And listen, I don't have a problem with musical theater, it's just not my bag.
Right.
He was more focused the whole time on the date on like singing the songs, because he was like a musical theater guy. He was more focused on singing the songs and like talking to me. And then another thing that happened was it was cold, because we were painting at like sunset, and I was wearing this sweater. I said I was cold, because I was cold. I wasn't
Right.
expecting anything, and he goes, well, I'm not gonna give you my jacket. The whole date was awkward. He takes me to the Thai restaurant, and we get to the Thai restaurant. This is his favorite Thai restaurant, apparently. I've never been there. I couldn't tell what I would like on the menu. I looked at the menu, nothing seemed appealing to me. And then he goes, by the way, I can only pay for myself. I'm not paying for you. And again, like,
What?
I wasn't, yeah.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, I guess I was expecting him to pay, but also, like, if he would have just said, like, hey, I can only afford me.
Yeah.
Because we were, like, 16, so, like, we didn't have money.
Right.
I don't have a problem, like, I could have paid for both of us or whatever, but it was the way he said it that I was like, okay. This date with the right person would have been really cute because we took the food to go. He took me to this hill, and the hill looked off. It was a really high hill. It was like there was a park, and it looked off to the beach. And so we watched. It was really cute. But the whole time, like, he brought a blanket because it was cold and only put it around him.
Right.
And then I just was sitting there like I was in Club Penguin, like. And then the cherry on top of this whole thing is that he is, I don't know how to check up on
Probably
him.
still is.
Probably still is. He is a musician. And honestly, like, if he ever watches this, like, I don't care, like, it was funny, whatever, and now I have a good story to tell, but the entire drive home, I also have a video of this, so I'll insert it, but
Yes!
the entire drive home was silent, because we could both tell it wasn't working, but the entire drive home, he was only playing his own songs.
You told everyone.
So that's how I feel about that.
Oh, that was a rough one. I can't believe you've never told that before.
I've never had, like, a space to, like, I never had a reason to.
True.
Craziest place you've had sex?
So here's my thoughts on this. I'd like to say, I know my mom watches these videos. Mom, please don't keep watching. Also, my friends, you can watch, I guess. I feel that if you're having sex, it should be somewhere comfortable. I'm not into the, like, I know a lot of people our age that have had sex in public restrooms. I think that's disgusting. I have never had sex anywhere crazy, so unfortunately,
even on, like,
the floor.
Okay.
Like the floor, beds, yeah. Like hotel rooms, like I guess shower, but it doesn't really work.
No.
It doesn't. I guess shower. But that's so like tame. Everyone's gonna think I'm like a loser. My next question, again, we're not going too crazy. What's your least favorite quality in a person? Just in general. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a romantic.
My biggest pet peeve is people who are rude to like service people. And it kind of just ties into like people being rude and inconsiderate. I've never been on a date with someone who's like overly rude to the waiter.
Right. How's that guy? How's that guy from the last story?
No, he's nice.
Okay, cool.
Not to me.
Right.
People who lack like empathy and compassion for people, not even just waiters, but that's like my biggest. That and just like people, well, I don't know, it all has to do with like people who just lack compassion because I think like I've been through so much and I pretty like, so I'll have like everyone I've associated with, like friends and stuff. There's some people I've met that are just so insensitive and don't realize that like
ignorant?
Yeah. When it comes to me dating somebody, they have to know like I've been through a lot and I'm really sensitive and I'm really.
Right. If you can't handle that, that's fine, but don't like date anyway.
It's not gonna work with me.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen.
What is the most embarrassing thing you've searched online?
I've searched like everything online. You know what was really embarrassing that I searched? If you guys don't know, Gen X Pen, the YouTuber, she has this show and it's called Foursome.
Oh.
And so when you Google that and you're like 12,
right.
You know, like it just came out, you're like, oh my god, I'm so excited to see this show. Like you don't even know. You Google Foursome, click the first link, see some things that maybe you should have seen like a bit later in life.
It all just comes back to like us being so internet exposed at such a young age.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, so intertwined with like the social media.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like the internet isn't how it used to be. Now there's so many, as it should be, there's so many protection things for kids. But back then it was like you could see anything.
Especially on Twitter. You used to just scroll and see.
Yeah.
But now you don't scroll and see. Now you just scroll and see like political things.
Yeah, and like Onika burgers.
Yeah. My next question, you're gonna hate this. Rank your Nessa friend group, and I have names.
Oh shit.
I have 4 names: Maria, Riley, Tyra, and Mason. The world is waiting.
Yeah, I can't.
You don't want to answer?
I can't.
Not even personally?
I have an answer, but I just
Situational.
Let me clarify, I love all of them most of the time.
Most of the time is fair.
But I genuinely like love all of them. We've all bonded like in different ways, but dude, this is like actually
I feel like you have
out.
to eat like 3. Like you can just eat 1, like The voices.
Okay.
Stop. You're shaking.
I should have answered.
You should have
I fucking
answered. See, it's so bad. They're not gonna think it's that
No, they're
bad.
not. They like that's fine, but it is that bad.
Yeah.
Between us, who do you think is hotter?
I think you're hotter because, well, I have like a few reasons. If we're going on like stereotypical like hotness, I'm tall for a girl.
True.
That makes me unhot.
But you can't control that.
In like society's ways, that makes me unhot unless I'm like a Victoria's Secret supermodel. Your hair is also better, and your skin is always like super clear, no matter what. And your eyelashes are longer. I have short ass eyelashes. When I get a nose job, when I get height reducing surgery, and when I get like a facial, ask me that again. That's a crazy question. I didn't think you were gonna ask that. I like wasn't prepared.
Well, the thing is that, like, those questions are so weird to me because, well, that's why I wanted to ask. But when it comes to people asking, like, I dress and I present myself in the way that I think is hot and that
Yeah.
I'm attracted to. Like, if I saw someone, not saying that I think I'm the hottest person, if I saw someone that kind of looks and presents themselves like me, like, that's what I'm attracted to.
Right.
So that's why I do.
And it's totally
what I do.
situational too. Like, there's definitely been moments where like I'm hotter than you, but then there's also moments where you're hotter than me. What happened?
My haircut.
Insert picture here. Aiden's VidCon. What was it? Like 2019. 2022. Whoa, my years are all messed up. Aiden's 2022. It was 22 because that's when that. Yeah. It was really bad. I was definitely hotter than you there. My next question: what's a red flag that I have, and what's a red flag that you have? I know that you're a very aware person,
Yeah.
so I know that you have an answer.
Well, mine is just I'm so unbelievably sensitive, and I know it.
But that can be a red flag and a green flag.
No, that's I agree because like my best quality is that I'm sensitive and I'm like open to people, compassionate and empathetic towards people. But
Right.
it also works against me because I'm literally out. Someone will say one thing to me and I get triggered for like a year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's mine. Yours. Just in general or like dating.
You can choose.
Because when it comes to dating, I was just, this is like stupid because like we know, but I think the first thing I thought of was, I think when you're deep in a relationship, it's hard for you to get out.
For sure.
I like attached is the word, but I think it's more than that. It's like,
Yeah, it's
he's like,
not even.
he gets they get their fingers folded in your brain.
Yeah.
And you can't like get it out.
But the thing is, like, I know.
Yeah, that's the red flag is you
That's
know,
the red
but
flag.
you still are like in it and then it's hard for you to get out.
I get too attached to people.
Yeah.
But then once I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I can get rid of them, then they're gone forever.
Yeah, that's true. It just takes a while to get to that point.
It does take a while to get to that point, but I get there.
She gets
Hope
there.
you're watching. I know you are obsessed with the thought of us, so hope you're watching.
If no one would ever know, who's the first person you'd have sex with?
Wait, but what if I want them to know? If everyone would know, I am absolutely. I saw that. I have a few options. Well, number one is what he said, Ross Lynch.
Yeah.
Number two, Evan Peters, 10 years ago. Number three, Sam Claflin. I don't know how you say his last name. The guy who plays Finnick Odair,
Oh.
but as the character Finnick Odair. If someone, they wouldn't know. I don't really know that many people. I guess just like some like random hot guy from Tinder. What's the most manipulative thing you've ever done to get what you want?
Okay, this one's kind of adjacent to that, but do you remember when I used to make Charlie D'Amelio fan pages that would hate on Billie
Oh
Eilish?
my god, you would do this like every week because you'd get banned.
I think that's a better answer because I was doing that to get something out of it, and
You
it
were.
was just to get like followers and likes. I used to make Charlie D'Amelio fan pages on TikTok. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. Well, because it was always a thing of like, it became a joke that Charlie fan pages were like thinking Charlie D'Amelio was a god and she was more
Yes.
talented than like Billie Eilish and stuff.
This was in her peak when she was gaining
Yeah.
like millions a day.
And so I made a fan page that was like loving Charlie D'Amelio, but then it'd be like, I love Charlie D'Amelio, Billie Eilish sucks. Because it would get people like, it was the funniest thing to me. I'd refresh and there'd be like
No,
hundreds
it's
of comments
true.
every minute being like, what the f? And obviously, like, if you know me, you know, like, I love Billie Eilish and I love, like, I dragged, like, I think Ariana
Especially
Grande
at
into
this
it
point in
too.
time,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it wasn't, like, I wasn't actually hating them. I was just doing it because it was so f***ing funny to me. Every time I'd refresh, there was, like, hundreds and hundreds. It got to the point there was, like, hundreds of thousands of people, like, hating me. And that's why I would end up getting banned.
It'd be her like dancing with like a filter, and then it'd cut to like Billie Eilish with like devil horns or something. Like it was so funny.
This was, like, mid-quarantine. I had, like, nothing to do. And I just thought it was
Yeah.
the funniest shit.
You were just rage baiting. I forgot about that too.
See, this is, like, what scares me. My digital footprint, like,
I had an Ariana Grande fan account, and I would fully steal people's edits and cut out their watermark and make the video look like it was my own, and then they'd comment on my thing being like, you stole my video, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
have you ever been jealous of me?
Jealous? Yes. And it was when you had the magic Amazon card. When you had the magic Amazon card, I was so jealous because you could get anything that you wanted.
But, like, I bought you stuff.
Yeah, but then you like DoorDashed me like slushies sometimes, and I'd be like, okay, this is cool. But I was still so jealous because like, why didn't this happen to me? And then he didn't even get sued or anything.
Okay, wait, let me just preface, like, the backstory is, it's a long story, but basically there was a period of time in the beginning of 2022 where this random, I'm so scared to talk about this, I don't want to get sued, but like, there was...
They would have done it already.
That's true. There was a random card attached to my Amazon account that I still to this day don't know who it was, and I would just buy hundreds and like, I'm not kidding, hundreds, and I would be ordering every day, and nobody, still don't know whose card it was. And like, you would think like, hey, if someone's card is being charged this many times, like they would cancel it or like report it for fraud. Nothing happened. And I would like hack the system too. I would literally like, not, because obviously I could use it for Amazon stuff, but then I would literally buy like gift cards, like Visa gift cards, so then I would just go shopping, or I'd buy like DoorDash gift cards, and I'd order me and like Sabrina, like I'd just order us stuff.
Yeah, because we'd be on FaceTime like all day every day because we didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
And he'd just be like, hey, by the way, I ordered you a cinnamon roll from McDonald's. And I'd be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I totally thought that they were gonna get you.
So did I.
I thought that like the police were gonna show up to your house one day, and I remember I kept telling you like, stop. You need to stop. This is gonna have consequences. And then no consequences happened, and that's when I was really jealous. Because I was like, not only did you get to buy all this stuff for free, but you got away with it.
At first I did think it was like my dad's card, but I know for a fact my dad would have like confronted me about it. He would have known it was me.
Did your parents or your siblings ever be like, hey, how are you doing all this?
Oh, they accused me of having a credit card. Like, they were like, you have a credit card, and I was like, no, I don't. Which I didn't.
Which he didn't, and he did not lie.
I wasn't lying.
That's so crazy.
I missed that.
I missed that too.
That's a good answer. I forgot about it. Well, I didn't forget about it, but I didn't think you were gonna say that.
Yeah. I've never had the urge to like social media.
Yeah.
You know, I've never been like,
thing.
oh, I wanna get famous. I'd say like sometimes like if we're taking pictures and like mine turn out like really bad and yours turn out good, then I'm like, ugh. But like, no hate to you if you're killing it. I'm just like, oh, I wish mine turned out better. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Have you ever considered ending our friendship? Don't act like you have to think about it.
No, well, like years ago, yeah. But that's when I was just so problematic and was like, I had all these things going on, and I was just like, I need to get rid of you and Mason, because you were like the only people I talked to.
Right.
And just
isolate. Has it ever been like due to something that like I did? Have I ever done something and then you were like, oh?
There's like a couple of times which like I know you'd say the same, where it's like something will happen and then I'm like, whoa, like we need to take a little break. But I think that's after we hang out for too long. Not for too long, but like especially like VidCons and stuff, where it's like me, you, and Mason, like we're bound to just at some point all of us like
it's the combo of all three of us though.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, because when it's you and me, like we're fine. When I'm with Mason most of the time, it's fine. When you're with Mason, it's fine.
Yeah.
But all three of us,
I don't know why. We just all live our lives so differently and have like different expectations of where we want to be.
But I will say, like, you and I are way more similar than I am to Mason.
Yeah, no, I get that. There's some people that you can't do certain things with, and that's okay. Like, I know, I'm thinking of like a friend in particular that I don't think I could go on a trip with them ever.
But like, you still appreciate them as a friend. It's just you
for
have to know, like, what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
And that's on being adults.
And that.
What's something you love about yourself?
Stop!
If any question she's not gonna answer, it's this one.
God, you told me too. You were like, I have a really wholesome question that's like gonna get you. Yeah. And this is it. What is something that I love about myself? I love my ability to commit.
Okay.
I love my ability to commit, whether it's to people, whether it's to like I had a really big like nail art phase, you know, that lasted a bit, like I had a makeup phase.
She's committed.
I can definitely commit.
That she can.
That is something I can do. I can commit to the bit for too long.
Well, I guess that just kind of circles back to like you're loyal to whatever, if it's a person or a hobby or a thing like
it's like I have like those horse blinders on and I just see that, and I just see that for like a year, maybe more depending on what it is. I love my ability to commit.
Okay.
What personality trait do you dislike about me the most? What do you hate about me the most? Make a list.
I'm like your ability to commit.
You're like your ability to commit, your honesty. If you could get rid of one personality trait for me, what would it be?
You burp a lot.
I do. I do, and that circles back to my gastritis and my hot Cheetos. I feel like burning. I'm sick. We're both sick. Band it.
That's what I was saying yesterday. Remember yesterday I was like, my
I didn't
throat
feel that way
hurts.
yesterday though.
Well, I was thinking again, I think I said this in the car, but like you literally will eat things you know you're allergic to, and that's so crazy to me.
True.
Like you will willingly like, no, I'm allergic to it, but I'm gonna eat it, and then I get stressed out because I know you know it's probably not a big deal, but I don't know that.
If something, what doesn't kill you make you stronger, guys. I don't have any like deathly allergic allergies. Maybe if I ate like a lot of peanuts,
Yeah.
then I'd die. But a Dole Whip won't kill a girl. Peanut in a cookie at work won't kill a girl.
Yeah. She doesn't have to carry an EpiPen.
I don't. I just have to carry Benadryl.
Okay, well this one's obvious. It's not gonna be like a first time thing, just because I know you don't really go on like dates, but
Right.
I know you've been on them.
Uh-huh.
So what was the absolute worst one ever?
Worst date I've ever been on. This isn't really a date. It was like a trip. After me and said X. After I found out that he was talking to other people while in the relationship with me. I don't really want to explain the whole situation, but know that like there was a reason why I felt like I had to go, and there was a reason why I felt like I couldn't leave. We went on our anniversary trip and we went to LA, and I had a lot of like really fun things planned. I planned out the entire thing. He would never plan anything. That was like a whole thing. We went to this rooftop movie and it was Dirty Dancing, and it was a great movie, but the whole time he was just like sitting to himself, and it was like a date like rooftop thing, so there were like two chairs. We got like snacks and everything, and he was just like so uninterested and not into it in my eyes, and like he wouldn't make eye contact with me, and I was like, you're the one who like messed up, and you're not gonna look at me? Girl, get over yourself. And then we fought like on the way back.
I'm so glad that era is over for you.
Yeah, me too. Okay, wait, are we on the last question now? What's something about your relationship that you've never shared with the internet?
I want to preface this by saying I'm at the point now where I like don't, not that I don't care, but I don't hate him anymore, because I did.
Yeah.
And it was bad for a while. I will say it's kind of like way more difficult for me now because it's way easier to like get over someone when you hate them, and now I'm kind of like, I don't really care. I guess the only thing like I would say in general is just, I mean, if you guys were watching me last year, because I kind of documented like everything. Like my video style now versus last year is so different, because last year was so intimate, and now everything I post is so like planned out and calculated.
Yeah.
Like I come here with a reason, whereas before I was just like, I'm just gonna film my life and see what happens. I would just say like it really was not. I almost every single thing that if you watched this happen last year, like almost every single thing or clip that was filmed of us together, there was an argument behind it, or before it, or after it. It was so weird though, because to be like going through all that and having people be like, oh my god, you guys are so cute, like relationship goals, and then like I'm literally like crying 6 out of 7 days of the week. Please, like for the love of God, it's already happened. Please, I don't want people like attacking him.
Yeah.
That's not my goal.
Just leave it in the comments.
Or text it to a friend.
Text to a friend.
Text it to a friend. If you want to like message me how much you hate him,
You
that's
can
totally
DM
fine.
me.
Yeah, shoot, you can DM her.
You can DM me because I probably agree.
Okay, well that's a great segue, because now we're gonna go, I asked you guys on my Instagram story. I think the best way we go about this is we should take turns and then we pick one each.
Okay.
What's been the freakiest thing you've done with someone?
I really don't like this question. Again, like if you know me, like don't talk to me about this.
Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up. At one point, there were knives involved. With. Yeah, I know, right? You didn't expect that.
That's so not my bag.
But if you can't put that in, I can say something else.
I can put that in.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. I asked this. When are you guys gonna finally date? I'm kidding. Ooh, this is good. What's a guilty pleasure song of yours?
Oh, one that I'm like embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like literally all of Gabby Hanna's
I knew you
discography.
were gonna say that.
All of her music is good.
Butterflies by Gabby Hanna.
Fire. Glass House. Fire.
Ooh, that music video was so good too. I've seen it on your Spotify too. I don't know.
There's one photo I think you took one time of like, you could see me listening to it and you were like, girl, when's the last time you've had sex?
I don't know.
Been that long?
It's been a long time. Physically, mentally can't just hook up with someone.
Like a random person.
Yeah, like a random person. I can't go on like a date with someone and then just like, you know, like that's. Oh, these questions are crazy. Would you ever try topping / have you tried?
Is that your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have.
What's your opinion?
I mean, it's way easier than
For
being on
sure.
the bottom. We're gonna end it off on this. What was your very first impression of me when we met?
When we met, like, in person or when we met online?
Both.
When we met online, do I even want to tell the story? We met because Aiden and Mason both kept tagging me in like random Alicia Marie comment sections on Twitter.
In like 2018.
And then I was in your video, like your
Yeah,
VidCon.
that's crazy. We both went to VidCon in 2018 and I vlogged, and she's literally in my video and I didn't know her.
Yeah.
That's literally, she was like sitting in the row in front of me.
I was right there.
Crazy.
First impression, yeah, probably I was like, who are you? Why are you tagging me in these things? You seem like a very big fan of Alicia Marie, as am I. However, what is going on? In person, well, I met you at the VidCon.
Were you like, he's tall? Were you like, he's...
I don't think you were that tall. You were like 12.
Thanks.
I don't really remember. I mean, like you looked very similar. You know, like you had the same face. Your hair kind of was bad, but
I always think of that one video that you took of me like walking away where I look so
Yeah.
like, skinny. I look like, not that I'm not.
you were
but
really
I just-
skinny.
Yeah. Well, there you have it.
Wow.
Well, I hope this was entertaining or that you guys got to know us. This is the most you're probably gonna get from Sabrina other than just like seeing her scream at Disneyland.
True.
Be thankful for that.
I'm not very open on the internet.
Me either.
Only in person.
Thank you guys for watching. Again, I don't know if this will be up before the vlog, the Seattle vlog. If it is, go watch it. If it's not, stay tuned.
Please
But-
don't leave any hate in the comments. I can't handle it.
Thanks for watching. Love you. I would say follow Sabrina on Instagram, but she won't accept you.
But you can request.
You can try.
You can try.
Bye.